All right, let's start with treble clef. We're going to first remember the sentence for the lines. We know that the lines in the treble clef spell every good boy does fine. And then we know that the spaces in the treble clef spell face. Spaces spell face. A lot of you have been asking, well, how do I remember the monkey bar notes and the ledger lines in both treble and bass? Let's go through that together. Let's start at the top. So we now know that the fifth line in treble clef is note name F. And we know that our musical alphabet is A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And once we get to G, we just go straight back to A. So we have to find what comes after F in our musical alphabet. We look G. G is our top monkey bar. Then we have to find the ledger line. So we're going to place a line up here first, because remember, there can be notes above and below the staff, and the only way that we can decipher what they are is by those ledger lines. So we have to decide, well, what comes after G in the musical alphabet? A. So the top monkey bar and top ledger line in treble clef is G and A. Now the hard part about the bottom ledger line and monkey bar is that you have to count backwards in your musical alphabet. So you have to think, what comes before E in the musical alphabet? Well, we know that D does. So D is our lower monkey bar in treble clef. Then you just count backwards one more time. What comes before D in the musical alphabet? That lower ledger line is C. Remember that this lower ledger line is really has another name for it. It's called middle C as well. Let's do the same thing for bass clef. In bass clef, we know that the sentence for the lines is good boys do fine always. And we know that the spaces in the bass clef spell all cows eat grass. So we're going to use our musical alphabet again to see what comes after A in our musical alphabet, to see what our next monkey bar note is. Well, we know that B comes after our fifth line in the musical alphabet. So B is our top monkey bar in bass clef. Then we need to just count again for our top ledger line. We know that C comes after B in the musical alphabet. And remember that these two both are middle C, because it's in the very middle of our piano. Let's find the bottom of our bass clef. So we know that we have to count backwards. We have to think backwards in our musical alphabet. So what comes before G? F. F is our monkey bar in bass clef. Then we have to count backwards one more time, and we find E on that lower ledger line. I know that a lot of, I'm not sure what every class is doing, but a good way to remember this is the monkey bars in bass clef is football. And I know that the girls in 4th and 8th period say crickets, ew. That's a good way to remember this. So another way to remember it in treble clef is like Lady Gaga, G-A, Gaga, and then DC Comics. I hope that helps. Good luck on your quiz tomorrow.